regular in here now, huh?
Yeah, guess so.
Tell me a little bit about a primetime game at home.
Personally, I love playing on prime time, Monday night, Thursday night, Sunday night. Get the whole nation watching. Playing at night's always special, especially in Lumen, so I think everyone's excited about it.
When you think about game planning and knowing what to expect, at this point in the season, is it a little bit easier just with sample size?
Yeah, no, I would say so. I mean, you have plenty of games on film, but you always need to be aware of different changeups that people are going to throw at this point. But yeah, I think personnel, what you're going to get to different personnel groupings. But those things can change throughout the game, and that's what we have to be prepared for.
On Cooper's crossing route where he caught an explosive pass, you sold it to the linebacker, drew him up. Is that something that you came into the league kind of knowing how to sell those play action, or did you learn it?
I think it's the O-line and, myself just getting downhill on that play. I was in a fullback alignment, and, that just helps, running the rock the way that we do and committing to the run game. It helps sell those things. And Coop was able to get open, and Sam had a great play fake. So not really anything special that I did. I think any of our fullbacks could do that, or tight ends. And that's just the way our coaches coached it, so kudos to them.
We've heard a lot of stories from Mike, from other players about Cooper and just like how smart he is football-wise.
Yeah.
And helping coach out and all that. What have you noticed just in your interaction?
Yeah. The biggest thing is I think success leaves clues. And Cooper's in here at 5 a.m., in the morning. First car you see in the parking lot. I know he's up in that film room watching film. Been in the league for a long time now and has seen a bunch of things and is a really smart player. And it's nice for us young guys to be able to, pick his brain and ask questions. But, like I said, the proof's in the pudding with Cooper, and he's a pro. So.
Anything particular stand out when you picked his brain that's really helped you?
More so, like, I'll ask questions, but I like to watch, just watching on film, and Coop's a perfect person to try and emulate. And I think it was kind of the same thing with Locke last year. Like, whenever you watch Locke on film, you see different stuff that he did to get open in his later years here, which was cool to see. And obviously Cooper has that as well.
I'm sure you go up against Drake Thomas a lot in practice. What's he like as a player?
Yeah, Drake's physical player. Took a ton of reps in camp, and I think it's really paying off for him. Versatile guy, played really well at NC State, and he's a competitor too. He knows his job, works extremely hard. So I think Drake is, reaping the benefits of that.
Statistically, this is one of the better defenses you'll probably see all year.
Yeah.
What jumps out when you look at them?
Yeah, they got real physical players. I think the back end has popped on tape. The guys up front too, 51, 55, 0 linebacker. They got talented players. So it's an exciting challenge for us. Something that I'm really looking forward to, and it'll be a great opportunity. Obviously, their head coach is a defensive guy as well, so it'll be a great opportunity.
When you've got a guy like Stingley, you talk about the back end of that defense popping, and how proficient he has been at defending passes. Mm-hmm. What becomes the message to you guys as pass catchers when you know that that's what he does?
Yeah, he's one of those guys on the perimeter, so I think that's the receivers. Me too, obviously, but I think just maybe picking up on tendencies in the film, knowing what coverages that they're going to play, knowing when you think you might get the matchup with him, if he's playing to the boundary, if he's playing to the field. But, he got drafted very high, one of the best corners in the league, and he'll have to deal with our receivers too, though. So, it'll be a good matchup for all of them.
Bringing a new quarterback in is always kind of unknown for a team. How quickly did you realize, okay, Sam Darnold's got it, we're in good hands here?
Yeah. Last year, I think he had an incredible season last year, 3rd pick of the draft. So, that, he has all the intangibles to be a great quarterback, and as everyone is starting to find out in the league, it's really about, what's surrounding that position, organization, players, scheme. So all that is in place here, and, Sam's doing a great job of doing his job and doing it at a very high level.
When that play call got made toward the end of the game on your big catch,
yeah.
When did you know it was going to work? Did you know it was going to work in the huddle? Did you know it was going to work
after?
Yeah,
in the huddle. I think anytime you get a play call like that, it's like, yeah, I'm going to make it work. But once we had the look with the safety and I kind of knew who I was playing off of, felt confident about it. And, yeah, I think that's, the mindset whenever you hear one of those plays, it's like, all right, like, let me get an opportunity. And that was the case there.
Is kind of the idea of that play, maybe you catch the defense thinking that you're just going to be in 4-minute mode trying to
Yeah.
kind of run the game?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, especially the timing of the play, right? Like you're trying to run out the clock there. Maybe base down. We had been running the ball a lot and was able to sell that run action. And up to that point in the game, I hadn't really been down the field too much. So it was just a great call at that point in the game and well-executed play.
When's the last time you had a play that lasted that long?
My sophomore year at Indiana, I had a 76-yard touchdown against Idaho. So against the Jaguars in the NFL is probably a little better, but no touchdown. But I mentioned I think it was Greg, people knocked my 40 time coming out. And maybe if I had a better 40 time, I'd be able to keep it up the sideline, but I'll take 61.
How cognizant, on a long run like that, how much you have to be aware of, like, what's coming behind you? Like,
Yeah.
I noticed on the replay, you covered the last minute, but
Yeah.
how much you have to be aware of guys coming to try to punch it out?
Very aware. I think, we watch those clips, and especially in camp of just guys punching out the ball from behind. And, when you're trying to take off down the sidelines, it might be a little easier to have some air in the ball because you're trying to, really run faster. So just keeping it glued to your chest, I think is very important. And especially at that point in the game too, it's like once we get down there in that range, like the last thing you want to do is turn the ball over. So those are just kind of like, habits that you create in the off season. It just becomes second nature.
You've mentioned the 40 time now a couple times.
Yeah.
Looking back now that you've gone through it,
Yeah.
how overinflated is that in the pre-draft
Yeah.
process?
I mean, it's important, and mine's definitely not the fastest, but I don't think it's maybe nearly. I mean, it really just depends on the guy too. Like I think everyone is deceptive in whatever way that they want to be or use their speed. And for me, I think I can reach my top speed, pretty quickly, and it is, somewhat fast. But I'm just never a guy that's really, a burner per se.
Before they drafted you, did the Seahawks bring that up at all? Or
Not really, but it's kind of something that I've been aware of, like, but I mean, quite frankly too, like I'm not slow by any means, so, but that's just the tight end position in itself, and you find different ways to use your skill set, and I think that's important for any player in the league is just like, not really like taking things to emulate, but also too just like buying into what you're good at, so that's what I've been doing.
You guys got a little extra time off this week. What's an ideal off day for you?
Really just a lot of recovery, film for sure, but just trying to do something outside. Like I was in Seattle earlier this week, getting out, maybe getting some nature, just try and be normal as I can. But honestly, football's on my mind a lot, so definitely that. But it kind of depends on the day too. I'm getting better at scheduling stuff now and being an adult, but it used to be just like I'm going to wake up whenever I wake up and get out of bed and do whatever. So now off days are a bit more structured.
Going back to the 40 stuff, did you play at the Senior Bowl?
I did.
It seems like now teams are starting to pay attention to the GPS speeds.
Yeah.
So do you guys wear those in your own college before you get to
Yeah.
the Senior Bowl?
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I think, that game speed's a little different than your speed without the pads on. So I was at the Senior Bowl, and they did track that stuff. So it's kind of interesting analytics. So
Do you wear those in your own college games too?
yeah, in game and practice, all that.
did every Michigan player, or you got the choice to do it?
Everyone. I think, at the big schools, everyone. So
Why'd you start making your days more structured?
Just honestly better for, myself, start making some plays, you get a little more busy. But just trying to be more of an adult, just trying to grow and, have a bit of a support staff around me and really be more of a pro on and off the field and structure all the things with my diet, my recovery, and just the outside stuff that I might want to do as well. So, yeah, I'm learning to do that.
What do you think of Indiana's rating this week?
Really impressed. And, I love Michigan. And I got a lot of love for Indiana too. And honestly, that doesn't get to show that much. And, you know, people kind of at Indiana, I'm not sure how they feel about me too much. But I'm still a Hoosier in some ways. Obviously, claim Michigan for sure. But I'm super proud of them and always a fan of them and always supporting them. And when I was at Indiana, just like when I was at here and at Michigan, like I gave that program my everything. And so it definitely still means a lot to me.
What do you make of you guys' run game right now?
Just continue to chip away at it. It's not something that we're going to get away from, and honestly, it's might not show up crazy in the stat sheet, but you know we're doing a great job. O-line's doing a great job. Running backs are hitting the holes, and as these games get colder, I think it'll be better and better.
Schematically, even when it's not working, maybe to the efficiency you guys would want, can you see teams still respecting it to
For
the same
sure.
level?
Yeah, the run game's a softening process, and I think the run game will always work as long as you're not getting negative plays and negative yards. A run of 2-3 yards is more efficient than a penalty or an incomplete pass. So I think we just stick with it, and like I said, I think we're doing a great job, and we'll continue to do it.
Anything else, guys?
Thank you.
All right, thanks.